First Jew, thou speakest truly. God is terrible. He breaketh the strong and the weak as a man brays corn in a mortar. But this man hath never seen God. No man hath seen God since the prophet Elias. Herodias, make them be silent. They weary me. Herod, but I have heard it said that Jochanan himself is your prophet Elias. The Jew, that cannot be. It is more than 300 years since the days of the prophet Elias. Herod, there be some who say that this man is the prophet Elias, a Nazarene. I am sure that he is the prophet Elias. The Jew, nay, but he is not the prophet Elias. The voice of Jochanan. So the day is come, the day of the Lord, and I hear upon the mountains the feet of him who shall be the Savior of the world. Herod, what does that mean? The Savior of the world. Tigellinus, it is a title that Caesar takes. Herod, but Caesar is not coming into Judea. Only yesterday I received letters from Rome. They contained nothing concerning this matter. And you, Tigellinus, who were at Rome during the winter, you heard nothing concerning this matter, did you? Tigellinus, sire, I heard nothing concerning the matter. I was explaining the title. It is one of Caesar's titles. Herod, but Caesar cannot come. He is too gouty. They say that his feet are like the feet of an elephant. Also, there are reasons of state. He who leaves Rome loses Rome. He who leaves Rome loses Rome. He will not come. Howbeit Caesar is Lord. He will come if he wishes. Nevertheless, I do not think he will come. First Nazarene. It was not concerning Caesar that the prophet spake these words, sir. Herod, not of Caesar? First Nazarene, no, sir. Herod, concerning whom then did he speak? First Nazarene, concerning Messiah who has come. A Jew, Messiah hath not come. First Nazarene, he hath come, and everywhere he worketh miracles. Herodias, oh, miracles. I do not believe in miracles. I have seen too many. To the page, my fan. First Nazarene, this man worketh 2 miracles. Thus, at a marriage which took place in a little town of Galilee, a town of some importance, he changed water into wine. So this is Jesus. Certain persons who were present related it to me. Also, he healed 2 lepers that were seated before the gate of Capernaum simply by touching them. Second Nazarene, nay, it was blind men that he healed at Capernaum. First Nazarene, nay, they were lepers, but he hath healed blind people also, and he was seen on a mountain talking with angels. A Sadducee, angels do not exist. A Pharisee, angels exist, but I do not believe that this man has talked with them. First Nazarene, he was seen by a great multitude of people talking with angels. A Sadducee, not with angels. Herodias, how these men weary me. They are ridiculous. To the page, well, my fan. The page gives her the fan. You have a dreamer's look. You must not dream. It is only sick people who dream. She strikes the page with her fan. Second Nazarene. There is also the miracle of the daughter of Jairus. First Nazarene. Yes, that is sure. No man can gainsay it. Herodias. These men are mad. They have looked too long to the moon. Command them to be silent. Herod. What is this miracle of the daughter of Jairus? First Nazarene. The daughter of Jairus was dead. He raised her from the dead. Herod. He raised the dead? First Nazarene, yes, sir, he raiseth the dead. Herod, I do not wish him to do that. I forbid him to do that. I allow no man to raise the dead. I allow no man to raise the dead. This man must be found and told that I forbid him to raise the dead. Where is this man at present? Second Nazarene, he is in every place, my lord, but it is hard to find him. First Nazarene, it is said that he is now in Samaria, a Jew. It is easy to see that this is not Messiah as if he is in Samaria. It is not to the Samaritans that Messiah shall come. The Samaritans are accursed. They bring no offerings to the temple. Second Nazarene, he left Samaria a few days since. I think that at the present moment he is in the neighborhood of Jerusalem. First Nazarene, no, he is not there. I have just come from Jerusalem. For 2 months they have had no tidings of him. Herod, no matter, but let them find him and tell him from me. I will not allow him to raise the dead, to change water into wine, to heal the lepers and the blind. He may do these things if he will. I say nothing against these things. In truth, I hold it a good deed to heal a leper, but I allow no man to raise the dead. It would be terrible if the dead came back. The voice of Jochanan, ah, the wanton, the harlot, ah, the daughter of Babylon with her golden eyes and her gilded eyelids, thus saith the Lord God. Let there come up against her a multitude of men. Let the people take stones and stone her. Herodias, command him to be silent. The voice of Jochanan, let her war captains pierce her with their swords, let them crush her beneath their shields. Herodias, nay, but it is infamous. The voice of Jochanan, it is thus that I will wipe out all wickedness from the earth, and that all women shall learn not to imitate their abominations. Herodias, you hear what he says against me? You allow him to revile your wife? Herod, he did not speak your name. Herodias, what does that matter? You know well that it is I whom he seeks to revile, and I am your wife, am I not? Herod, of a truth, dear and noble Herodias, you are my wife, and before that you were the wife of your brother. Herodias, it was you who tore me from his arms. Herod, of a truth I was stronger. But let us not talk of that matter. I do not desire to talk of it. It is the cause of the terrible words that the prophet has spoken. Peradventure, on account of it, is a misfortune will come. Let us not speak of this matter. Noble Herodias, we are not mindful of our guests. Fill thou my cup, my well-beloved. Fill with wine the great goblets of silver, and the great goblets of glass I will drink to Caesar. There are Romans here, we must drink to Caesar. The voice of Jochanan, Caesar, Caesar. Herod, do you not see your daughter, how pale she is? Herodias, what is it to you if she be pale or not? Herod, never have I seen her so pale. Herodias, you must not look at her. The voice of Jochanan, in that day the sun shall become black like sackcloth of hair, and the moon shall become like blood, and the stars of the heaven shall fall upon the earth like ripe figs that fall from the fig tree, and the kings of the earth shall be afraid. Herodias, I should like to see that day of which he speaks, when the moon shall become like blood, and when the stars shall fall upon the earth like ripe figs. This prophet talks like a drunken man, but I cannot suffer the sound of his voice. I hate his voice, command him to be silent. Herod, I will not. I cannot understand what it is that he saith, but it may be an omen. Herodias, I do not believe in omens. He speaks like a drunken man. Herod, it may be he is drunk with the wine of God. Herodias, what wine is that, the wine of God? From what vineyards is it gathered? In what winepress may one find it? Herod, from this point he looks all the while at Salome. Tigellinus, When you were at Rome of late, did the emperor speak with you on the subject of Tigellinus? On what subject, sir? Herod, on what subject? Ah, I asked you a question, did I not? I have forgotten what I would have asked you. He is so drunk. Herodias, you are looking again at my daughter. You must not look at her. I have already said so. Herod, you say nothing else. Herodias, I say it again. Herod, and that restoration of the temple about which they have talked so much, will anything be done? They say the veil of the sanctuary has disappeared, do they not? Herodias, it was thyself did steal it. Thou speakest at random. I will not stay here. Let us go within. Herod, dance for me, Salome. Herodias, I will not have her dance. Salome, I have no desire to dance, Tetrarch. Herod, Salome, daughter of Herodias, dance for me. Herodias, let her alone. Herod, I command thee to dance, Salome. I will not dance, Tetrarch, says Salome. Herodias, laughing, you see how she obeys you? Herod, what is it to me whether she dance or not? It is not to me. Tonight I am happy. I am exceeding happy. Never have I been so happy. First soldier. Now I remember this whole Herod story of Judea, Palestine, when Christ came. First soldier, the tetrarch has a somber look. Has he not a somber look? Second soldier, yes, he has a somber look. Herod, wherefore should I not be happy? Caesar, who is Lord of the world, who is Lord of all things, loves me well. He has just sent me most precious gifts. Also, he has promised me to summon to Rome the king of Cappadocia, who is my enemy. It may be that at Rome he will crucify him, for he is able to do all things that he wishes. Verily, Caesar is Lord. Thus, you see, I have a right to be happy. Indeed, I am happy. I have never been so happy. There is nothing in the world that can mar my happiness. The voice of Buchanan. He shall be seated on his throne. He shall be clothed in scarlet and purple. In his hand he shall bear a golden cup full of his blasphemies. And the angel of the Lord shall smite him. He shall be eaten of worms. Herodias, you hear what he says about you? He says that you will be eaten of worms. Herod, it is not of me that he speaks. He speaks never against me. It is of the king of Cappadocia that he speaks, the king of Cappadocia who is my enemy. It is he who shall be eaten of worms, it is not I. Never has he spoken word against me, this prophet, save that I sinned in taking to wife the wife of my brother. It may be he is right, for of a truth you are sterile. Herodias, I am sterile? I? You say that you are ever looking at my daughter, that you would have her dance for your pleasure. It is absurd you say that. I have borne a child. You have gotten no child? No, not even from one of your slaves. It is you who are sterile, not I. Herod, peace, woman. I say that you are sterile. You have borne me no child, and the prophet says that our marriage is not a true marriage. He says that it is an incestuous marriage, a marriage that will bring evils. I fear he is right. I am sure that he is right, but it is not the moment to speak of such things. I would be very happy at this moment. Of a truth, I am happy. There is nothing I lack. Herodias, I am glad you are of so fair a humor tonight. It is not your custom, but it is late. Let us go within. Do not forget that we hunt at sunrise. All honors must be shown to Caesar's ambassadors, must they not? Second soldier, what a somber look the tetrarch wears. First soldier, yes, he wears a somber look. Herod, Salome, Salome, dance for me. I pray thee dance for me. I am sad tonight. Yes, I am passing sad tonight. When I come hither, I slipped in blood, which is an evil omen, and I'm sure I heard in the air a beating of wings, a beating of giant wings. I cannot tell what they mean. I am sad tonight. Therefore dance for me. Dance for me, Salome, I beseech you. If you dance for me, you may ask of me what you will, and I will give it to you, even unto the half of my kingdom. Salome, rising, will you indeed give me whatsoever I shall ask, Tetrarch? Herodias, do not dance, my daughter. Herod, everything, even the half of my kingdom. Salome, you swear it, Tetrarch? Herod, I swear it, Salome. Herodias, do not dance, my daughter. Salome, by what will you swear, Tetrarch? Herod, by my life, by my crown, by my gods. Whatsoever you desire, I'll give it to you, even to the half of my kingdom, if you will but dance for me. Oh, Salome, Salome, dance for me. Salome, you have sworn, Tetrarch. Herod, I have sworn, Salome. Salome, all that I ask, even the half of your kingdom. Herodias, my daughter, do not dance. Herod, even to the half of my kingdom. Thou wilt be passing fair as a queen, Salome. If it please thee to ask for the half of my kingdom, will she not be fair as a queen? Ah, it is cold here. There is an icy wind, and I hear. Wherefore do I hear in the air these beatings of wings? Ah, one might fancy a bird, a huge black bird that hovers over the terrace. Why can I not see it? This bird, the beat of its wings is terrible, the breath of the wind of its wings is terrible. It is a chill wind, nay, but it is not cold, it is hot. I am choking. Pour water on my hands. Give me snow to eat. Loosen my mantle. Quick, quick, loosen my mantle. Nay, but leave it. It is my garland that hurts me, my garland of roses. The flowers are like fire. They have burnt my forehead. He tears the wreath from his head and throws it on the table. Ah, I can breathe now. How red those petals are. They are like stains of blood on the cloth. That does not matter. You must not find symbols in everything you see. It makes life impossible. It were better to say that stains of blood are as lovely as rose petals. It were better far to say that, but we will not speak of this. Now I am happy, but I am passing happy. Have I not the right to be happy? Your daughter is going to dance for me. Will you not dance for me, Salome? You have promised me to dance for me. Herodias, I will not have her dance. Salome, I will dance for you, Tetrarch. Herod, you hear what your daughter says? She is going to dance for me. You do well to dance for me, Salome, and when you have danced for me, forget not to ask of me whatsoever you wish. Whatsoever you wish, I will give it to you, even to the half of my kingdom. I have sworn it, have I not? Salome, you have sworn it, Tetrarch. Herod, and I have never broken my word. I am not of those who break their oaths. I know not how to lie. I am the slave of my word, and my word is the word of a king. The king of Cappadocia is always lies, but he is no true king. He is a coward. Also, he owes me money that he will not repay. He has even insulted my ambassadors. He has spoken words that were wounding, but Caesar will crucify him when he comes to Rome. I am sure that Caesar will crucify him, and if not, yet will he die, being eaten of worms. The prophet has prophesied it. Well, therefore dost thou tarry, Salome. I am waiting until my slaves bring perfumes to me and the 7 veils and take off my sandals. Slaves bring perfumes and 7 veils and take off the sandals of Salome. Herod, ah, you're going to dance with naked feet. It's well, your little feet will be like white doves. They will be like little white flowers that dance upon the trees. No, no, she's going to dance on blood. There is blood split on the ground. She must not dance on blood. It were an evil omen. Herodias, what is it to you if she dance on blood? Thou hast waded deep enough therein. Herod, what is it to me? Ah, look at the moon. She has become red. She has become red as blood. Ah, the prophet prophesies truly. He prophesied that the moon would become red as blood. Did he not prophesy it? All of you heard him. And now the moon has become red as blood. Do ye not see it? Herodias, oh yes, I see it well, and the stars are falling like ripe figs, are they not? And the sun is becoming black like sackcloth of hair, and the kings of the earth are afraid. That at least one can see. The prophet who once in his life was right, the kings of the earth are afraid. Let us go within. You are sick. They will say at Rome that you are mad. Let us go within, I tell you. The voice of Jochanan. Who is this who cometh from Edom? Who is this who cometh from Bozrah? Whose raiment is dyed with purple, whose raiment is dyed with purple, who shineth in the beauty of his garments, who walketh mighty in his greatness. Wherefore is thy raiment stained with scarlet? Herodias, let us go within. The voice of that man maddens me. I will not have my daughter dance while he is continuously crying out. I will not have her dance while you look at her in this fashion. In a word, I will not have her dance. Herod, do not rise, my wife, my queen. It will avail thee nothing. I will not go within till she had danced. Dance, Salome, dance for me. Herodias, do not dance, my daughter. Salome, I am ready, Tetrarch. Salome dances the dance of the 7 veils. Herod, ah, wonderful, wonderful. You see that she has danced for me, your daughter? Come near, Salome, come near, that I may give you your reward. Ah, I pay the dancers well. I will pay thee royally. I will give thee whatsoever thy soul desireth. What wouldst thou have? Speak. Salome, kneeling. I would that they presently bring me in a silver charger. Herod, laughing. In a silver charger? Surely, yes. In a silver charger. She is charming, is he not? What is it you have? What is it you would have in a silver charger, so sweet and fair, Salome? You are fairer than the daughters of Judea. What would you have them bring you in a silver charger? Tell me. Whatsoever it may be, they shall give it to you. My treasures belong to thee. What is it, Salome? The head of Jochanan. Ah, that is well said, my daughter, says Herodias. Herod, no, no. Herodias, that is well said, my daughter. Herod, no, no, Salome, you do not ask me that. Do not listen to your mother's voice. She is ever giving you evil counsel. Do not heed her. Salome, I do not heed my mother. It is not for my own pleasure that I ask I ask for the head of Jochanan in a silver charger. You have sworn. Herod, forget not that you have sworn an oath. Herod, I know it. I have sworn by my gods. I know it well, but I pray you, Salome, ask of me something else. Ask of me the half of my kingdom, and I will give it to you, but ask not of me what you have asked. Salome, I ask of you the head of Jochanan. No, no, I do not wish it, Herod says. Salome, you have sworn, Herod. Herodias, yes, you have sworn. Everybody heard you. You swore it before everybody. Herod, be silent. It is not to you I speak. Herodias, my daughter has done well to ask the head of Buchanan. He has covered me with insults. He has said monstrous things against me. One can see that she loves her mother well. Do not yield, my daughter. He has sworn, he has sworn. Herod, be silent, speak not to me. Come, Salome, be reasonable. I have never been hard to you. I have never loved you. It may be that I have loved you too much. Therefore, ask not this thing of me. This is a terrible thing, an awful thing to ask of me. Surely I think thou art jesting. The head of a man that is cut from his body is ill to look upon, is it not? It is not meet that the eyes of a virgin should look upon such a thing. What pleasure could you have in it? None. No, no, it is not what you desire. Hearken to me. I have an emerald, a great round emerald which Caesar's minion sent me. If you look through this emerald, you can see things which happen at a great distance. Caesar himself carries such an emerald when he goes to the circus, but my emerald is larger. I know well that it is larger. It is the largest emerald in the whole world. You would like that, would you not? Ask it of me and I will give it to you. Salome, I demand the head of Buchanan. Herod, you're not listening. You're not listening. Suffer me to speak, Salome. Salome, the head of Buchanan. Herod, no, no, you would not have that. You say that to trouble me because I have looked at you all this evening. It is true, I have looked at you all this evening. Your beauty troubled me. Your beauty has grievously troubled me, and I have looked at you too much. But I will look at you no more, neither at things nor at people should one look. Only in mirrors should one look, for mirrors do but show us masks. Oh, oh, bring wine, I thirst. Salome, let us be friends. Come now. Ah, what would I say? What was it? Ah, I remember, Salome. Nay, but come nearer to me. I fear you will not hear me, Salome. You know my white peacocks, my beautiful white peacocks that walk in the garden between the myriads and tall cypress trees. Their beaks are gilded with gold, and the grains that they eat are gilded with gold also, and their feet are stained with purple. When they cry out, the rain comes, and the moon shows herself in the heavens when they spread their tails. 2 by 2 they walk between the cypress trees and the black myrtles, and each has a slave to lend it. Sometimes they fly across the trees, and anon they couch in the grass and round the lake. There are not in the world birds so wonderful. There is no king in all the world who possesses such wonderful birds. I am sure that Caesar himself has no birds so fair as my birds. I will give you the 50 of my peacocks. They will follow you whithersoever you go, and in the midst of them you will be like the moon in the midst of great white cloud. I'll give them all to you. I have but 100, and in the whole world there is no king who has peacocks like unto my peacocks. But I will give them all to you. Only you must lose me from my oath, and must not ask of me that which you have asked of me. He empties the cup of wine. Salome, give me the head of Buchanan. Herodias, well said, my daughter. As for you, you are ridiculous with your peacocks. Herod, be silent. You cry out always, you cry out like a beast of prey. You must not. Your voice wearies me. Be silent, I say, Salome. Think of what you are doing. This man comes perchance from God. He is a holy man. The finger of God has touched him. God has put into his mouth terrible words. In the palace as in the desert, God is always with him. At least it is possible. One does not know. It is possible that God is for him and with him. Furthermore, if he died, some misfortune might happen to me. In any case, he said that the day he dies, a misfortune will happen to someone. That could only be to me. Remember, I slipped in blood when I entered. Also, I heard a beating of wings in the air, a beating of mighty wings. These are very evil omens, and there were others. I'm sure there were others, though I did not see them. Well, Salome, you do not wish a misfortune to happen to me. You do not wish that. Listen to me then. Salome, give me the head of your cannon.